Good afternoon. Please welcome co-chair GA 2.0, Mr. David DeVos.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Wonderful to have you here. For those of you who are visiting this facility for the first time, I hope your impression was exactly the same as mine when I first walked in. Wow, this is really big. And I've been seeing the drawings for 2 years now, and I was still impressed. Not only with the size, but the quality of execution is just fantastic. So we're thrilled to be at Grand Rapids' newest world-class entertainment venue, the Acrisure Amphitheater. We have many of our friends from Acrisure here with us as well. Welcome. So great to have you. Hope you're proud of this place. After years of vision and hard work, real vision. What's possible, not just what is, we're here today. I was reminded recently that this year also marks the 30th anniversary of Grand Action's very first project, the Andel Arena. And it feels especially fitting tonight that as we open our 6th project, the Andel Arena also is hosting a sold-out show. So we're going to stress test the downtown parking system right off the bat. Good. You know, I think it does reflect the kind of city we've become, and a place where families are welcome. Visitors are going to discover our wonderful hospitality, and Grand Rapids will be shining at its very, very best. Of course, a day like today doesn't happen without people willing to think big and work together. I want to be sure to thank the City of Grand Rapids, Kent County, the CAA, the DDA, the State of Michigan, Greg Williams and the Acrisure team,
and many elected officials, and all of the donors to the Next Wave Capital campaign. Your leadership and support made this all possible. I also want to thank the Grand Action 2.0 team, and it's been an honor for me to work with my co-chairs, with our executive committee, our advisory committees, and so many people who have been able to volunteer and put in their time and their perspective to this project. Because these private-public partnerships are very special. In fact, they're pretty unique. What sets this community apart is how we come together to turn bold ideas into reality. It's a model that communities across the country have come to look at, admire, and in some cases try to emulate. And that spirit of partnership is exactly what carried this project from a simple idea to what we're celebrating today. And it's certainly been a journey to get here. And speaking of partners, I know my fellow and now former Grand Action leaders, David Lrand and John Canepa, would be incredibly proud to see what this community has accomplished, transforming a bold idea into something real, lasting, meaningful to this community and its future. As you can tell, this 12,000-seat amphitheater is extraordinary. And yes, it will be a catalyst for more projects and investment in this area and around the riverfront. So there's just no doubt about it. I'm reminded that when we were first building the Van Andel Arena, I was asked the question often, what exactly is going to happen? You say there will be other stuff happening. What exactly is going to happen? Just like this project, but what you've seen over there. I can't tell you exactly, but it's going to be good. So beyond the economics, what does matter most to me is that this is a place where people are going to come together with family, friends, and neighbors to share experiences and create lasting memories. Tonight, thousands are going to gather here for a Lionel Richie concert they'll never forget. And then in this opening season and the years ahead, countless other moments like that will unfold right here in downtown Grand Rapids at the Acrisure Amphitheater. So to test how important these memories are, how many of you here remember, as I do, listening to Neil Diamond 30 years ago in the Van Andel? Yeah, see? We do remember. These are special nights. Making memories for your family and loved ones is what it's all about. So now it's my pleasure to introduce a good friend of mine and someone who cares deeply about Grand Rapids and helping to create a brighter future here, Acrisure Chairman and CEO Greg Williams.
Thank you, Dick. And this is, when you walk in, it is a wow. Even though from my office a few blocks from here, I've watched the construction, and in fact, got chastised a little bit about, Greg, you're not coming over and keeping track of the progress. And I said, I'm watching the progress from my office. So I know when the canopy went up, we saw the berms being built in the back. It's just an unbelievable facility. And it doesn't come together without an unbelievable level of teamwork and commitment by a lot of people. So really, I'll start with Dick and Carol and Tom and Kara and Rosalind Bliss and others that came and pitched this idea. Birgit came and pitched this idea a couple of years ago. And it was one of those things, the reaction was immediate, that this would be pretty cool. I didn't realize this cool. And so it's special when you see a community come together to make some things like this happen. There's not happening in most communities. And we all know that because we've been in enough places and seen enough communities try to do things, but can't pull it together for whatever reason. And in Grand Rapids, we've seen consistently it has been pulled together, and it takes leadership and vision to do that. And again, I'll point to the Grand Action 2.0 folks for supplying that vision and that leadership. So for Tim Showalter and the Pioneer folks and Bart Mallow, probably most of you were not here when this was first announced. And when we kind of rolled it out and unveiled what that point in time was just a rendering, Everybody was excited about it. And I look at Tim Showalter. I said, Tim, whatever you do, just don't screw it up. And by God, they didn't screw it up. This is pretty phenomenal. So the team's been unbelievable. And the visions come to reality. So then it gets down to, who's going to open this thing? And there was a call not that long ago with a group of people, many of names I just rattled off, and said, who would be the right person? As we're sitting here with Lionel Richie as our brand ambassador, it's kind of like, if he was a soccer player or a basketball player, he wouldn't be the right one to open, but he's perfect for this. And so all to say, it was a quick reach out to Lionel. And this is a guy who's all over the world, kings, queens, princess, royalties, and so forth. He has many, many options of where he spends his time. But what excited me was how excited he was when I said, would you open this place for us? And it was an immediate reaction. It wasn't, let me check the schedule. It was, Greg, I'd love to do this. This would be pretty cool. And so all to say, this is a place we don't consider, and when I say we, the Acrisure folks that are all here, we don't consider this a venue. It is a place for people to gather. It is a place for people to create memories, the loved ones, family, friends, etc. And really for us, I've learned, and some of you have heard me talk about this, I've learned the importance of investing in the community and what that means, not just for something you're putting your name on, but what it means to the folks that are here from Acrisure. I mean, it is something, it's meaningful to them. And Lionel stopped at the office on his way here, and they all got a sense of it and a feel for it. And what that was for me is just a reminder about continuing to invest in the community is something that always pays off. It's the right thing to do, and it is something people take pride in. So with that, it's not just an investment in the community, it's an investment in connectivity. And if you look at Lionel Richie and his career, he's connected with billions, and yes, I said billions, of people. And so he's, again, could be anywhere in the world and chose to be here with us. And I'm so pleased and so proud, again, excited with how excited he is. And just pleased to introduce and bring out our first main act at the Acrisure Amphitheater, our global ambassador and a good friend, Lionel Richie.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm exhausted. I mean, Greg, when you said you're going to introduce me, I thought I was going to be right about standing there while you're doing it. Connectivity. I like that word. I was listening backstage. It is so great to be here. I have heard about this project for a while. Greg has every chance he would get. He said, wait till you see what I'm building in Grand Rapids. Well, it's here. And it's amazing. Absolutely, positively amazing. But I don't even think you all realize what it really represents. It's a destination. You said it right, Greg. This is more than just a venue. This is a place where the community will come and celebrate. There'll be memories like you've never seen before. People will take pictures from anniversaries, weddings, everything. Right here in this wonderful place. I am just so happy, to be honest with you. I don't even know how you all ordered this weather. Because I came with 3 separate wardrobes. One for midwinter, slightly spring, and maybe hot. This is unbelievable as to what I'm getting tonight. This is the perfect weather for playing outside. Of course, what I'm looking forward to, I was over at the Acrisure building with all the employees back there. And this is much cooler, guys, because we were in one room and I was trying to talk and wipe the sweat off of my face. Air conditioning is what we'll work on for the next time we meet up. But I will tell you, this is such an honor to be here and be a part of this community. I look forward to coming back many, many times and telling my friends, my artist friends, that there's a destination you got to come to. Grand Rapids. Can you believe that? Grand Rapids. I gotta say to you, I've been here and through and around. It's gorgeous. I don't know what the heck you all have been doing, but it's really gorgeous. And the perfect day for this is today. We are going to have the greatest time ever. We're going to celebrate the opening and many, many, many years of celebrating this wonderful city. You have the greatest champion for this city in Greg Williams and Dawn. I cannot tell you how this man has been, should I say, your PR agent of life. This is the guy you want traveling around the world going, did you hear about Grand Rapids? This is the guy. And for tonight, I just want you to come and enjoy yourselves, have the greatest time of your lives. And more importantly, if you can remember the lyrics to my songs, would you help me out just a little bit, please? You know, I've been in the business for 200 years, and occasionally I have to take the microphone and go, come on, help me out here. So when you see the microphone in the air, that means sing as loud as you can, but come and enjoy, everybody. I'm so happy to be here, and thank you very much, Greg and Dawn, for making me a part of this. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Thank you very much. You got me. Let me introduce one other. I've got my better half, Lisa, if you're there. That's over there. That's Lisa there. I just want to make sure I introduce her because you have to know how this works. All great artists and all great leaders. There's somebody standing next to you saying, this is your classmate from college. And this is the mayor of the city that you've known for 50 years. So you have to understand, Lisa is my guidepost to where the hell am I? I know what to do when I get there, but where the hell am I? So thank you, Lisa. Love you very much. I'm glad you're here, honey.
Hey, everybody. You feel like pinching yourselves? Lionel Richie. Amazing, right? I mean, for me, this is like riding the bus to school music right here. So thank you so much. First and foremost to Greg and Dawn and Lionel and Lisa for helping us mark today. This is amazing. And of course, Greg and Acrisure for helping make this day possible. I'm David Lrand. I'm the mayor, in case any of you were missing that part. I could not be happier about this. Today is an amazing day. So great to be here with you all. And the next big thank you, of course, is to Grand Action 2.0. So thank you, Dick, and to everybody, to Carol and to spouses, because I know this is always it's always a group effort, right? Lionel, you probably don't get to go somewhere where you're not allowed to go, right? You're not allowed. Right? It's always a team effort. So thank you for letting your spouses participate. Those of you who are helping us out there, and I want to say, and so thank you specifically to the people who are the chairs, and that's Dick and Carol and Tom. So thank you so much. And we talk about, and Dick already talked about public-private partnerships. Let me just say for a minute that I am up here to celebrate because I'm the current mayor, but the mayor emeritus is the one who put all the mayor work in on that, and that was Rosalind Bliss. And so thank you, Rosalind. And thank you to my colleagues on City Commission, past and current, for your work on this. But I also want to say that the public part of this, there's a lot of expertise that our city has brought to bear here. So thank you, City Manager Mark Washington. This has been a big lift for you. Thank you to the staff that have been involved in this, our development team, our engineers, the people who are making sure that the sewers actually line up right, to make sure that the wires get lined up right, all of that structural work, all of the public safety folks who are going to make sure that the pedestrians get across these streets safely. It takes a village to let a village celebrate. So, and you know, I've been part of the city for a while, not on the DeVos scale, but I've been in their shadow. I opened a coffee house downtown in the shadow of the Amway. I've opened businesses around town in the shadow of the work that's been done on a much higher level. I've been fortunate to serve the city as a city commissioner, as a state representative, and we need all of that. So thank you also. Senate Majority Leader Woody Brinks is here. I saw Representative John Fitzgerald is here. So thank you in advance for your continued help for projects like this that are going to help us level up Grand Rapids. Because I really feel like we are a city right now. We are great. We're grand. We are also great. But we're at the point of leveling up. We're almost at the point where people are going to see that we are something special. The news this week showed yet again that we are one of the best places for people to start a career, thanks to places like Acrisure, that we are the fastest growing place in this state that I could find when I was pouring through all the data. So we are at a really leveling up moment as a community, and I'm so excited about that. I'm excited because this is part of not just all of that other work, it's also part of the work, the context work in the community. So if we were all to like quick take a run over that hill, what we would see is the river. And we'd see a different river than the 19th century. We wouldn't see a river that was behind walls. We would see a river that's welcoming. That's a natural asset. And I want to thank the folks at Grand Rapids Whitewater, because frankly, they were the first people to say, what if the river were a natural asset? What if it were a playground? What if it were something we celebrate and build context around? And this is maybe the biggest placemaker on the river that we've done. It's certainly the biggest one we've done so far. And it's amazingly well integrated. So when you're done with the concert, take a walk over and notice that we've got a river on the other side of that berm, because it's part of our city and it's part of what makes us beautiful. So I don't want to take too much more time. I want to point out that this is a step in a journey. And like Dick said, we are not done. More is to come. Exciting things are to come. And it's because everybody you've heard is in it for the long haul. And frankly, I know that there are families who are having conversations. I'm not going to name the families, but I know about the next generation's involvement and how to make sure that that continuity happens. So again, thank you all so much. Badly timed cough. But I want to hand off now to the co-chair of this operation who did so much work on it, Carol Van Andel. So thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Mayor. And we are so grateful for the partnership that we've had with the City of Grand Rapids and all that you do to make this possible. So, oh, what a feeling. I am going to be dancing on the ceiling tonight. And I hope you all are too. I am so excited. You just do that. I'm there with you. So with you. I'm loving it. So after years of dreaming big and then planning down to the smallest details, it's such an honor to be with you to open this incredible place called Acrisure Amphitheater. We are going to open this to the entire community. Because why? Because the entire community has been behind this venue. We've all had a chance to share our vision We reached out to all the communities to get their input on the amphitheater, to give it its substance, its form, and from concept to concrete. We are going to lift up our voices this evening. So, before we do that, I have a question to ask all of you. Some of you I already asked this. Are you ready for it? I'm going to take you way back, maybe middle school, high school, college. What was your first concert that you went to? While you're thinking, I'm going to tell you mine. I was in high school. I was a cheerleader and I skipped practice and got in trouble, but it was worth it. I went to this concert with Pure Prairie League at Grand Valley State University. Then my second first was with my now husband, Dave. We were dating. I got a road trip, I got dinner and a concert at Coble Hall seeing Journey in Detroit. Steve Perry, to me, is still the number one. The leopard pants, that's all I can remember he was wearing, right? I was like, oh, okay. And then a third first was, as Dick alluded to, 1996, the Van Andel Arena. I took our 4 sons who were ages 10 to 5. That was your first concert, Chris and Kyle. And it was Neil Diamond. And we had fireworks inside the building. Who does that? Grand Rapids does that. Absolutely. So I love that question because there's so much wrapped up in it. Because you think about, who was the warm-up band? Who did you go to? What did you wear? But I think the most important question everybody talks about is the venue. Like I said, Grand Valley State, Coble Hall, Van Andel Arena, Acrisure Amphitheater. Many firsts are going to start here. First dates. I bet someone gets engaged on stage. I'm thinking that is going to happen. I seriously do. I think it's going to happen. There are going to be families united here. It's going to be awesome. So I can see before me generation after generation having their very first concert at Acrisure Amphitheater. I love thinking about that. I love thinking about the next generation. We're making magic here, folks. The new chapter, it starts tonight. And I'm incredibly proud of this community coming together on this beautiful place. Many hands and many voices have had a part in bringing this vision together. The Acrisure Amphitheater will be the gathering spot for the community to come together, connect, and create memories now and for generations to come. And now I'd like to introduce Tim Kelly, the president and CEO of Downtown Grand Rapids. Tim?
Hello, everyone. Sorry, let me try that again. Hello? Sorry. Now you know why I'm not singing later. The only person that needed to get that's in the front row, so we're good here. Just wanted to say what an incredible moment this is for Downtown Grand Rapids and really for our entire community. Again, I'm Tim Kelly with Downtown Grand Rapids, Inc. And on behalf of our entire organization, just want to say how proud we are to have been a part of this magnificent project. After 3 years of staring at plans, designs, spreadsheets, to stand in here hours before the community gets to come in here and experience for the first time is truly an incredible honor. And everyone that has been involved should feel immense pride, not only this evening, but for generations to come as you drive by. While I'm up here, I do want to give a couple of thanks. I know a lot of this has been done already, but I think it's important to restate. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to Greg, to you and to the Acrisure community, not only for this amazing facility, but for all your commitment to Grand Rapids. Thank you for that. And especially shout out to the team in the back there. To Grand Action 2.0, particularly to Dick, Carol, Tom, thank you for your leadership in helping to push us over the finish line. I also want to make sure that I shout out Archie and Kara, the mighty team of two. If anyone wants to know, Kara this morning I know was across the street doing interviews at 6:30 in the morning, and Archie came into our office around 8:30 looking for a giant pair of scissors. So I assure you that they were working all the way up until the last minute to get this place ready and to make this event really special. To our public sector friends and partners, again, some of you have been thanked, but I want to make sure I do it personally. City of Grand Rapids, Kent County, the Convention Arena Authority. I want to give a special shout out to Rick Wynn, who I know is chairing both the Convention Arena Authority as well as the Downtown Development Authority. Thank you for all of your work in helping to get us here today. And then last but certainly not least, I want to thank our Downtown Development Authority as well as our Downtown Grand Rapids Incorporated Board of Advisors, who not only invested in this facility, but also understood the vision and the opportunity to invest in the riverfront. And so, again, as you walk around here today, hopefully you'll have a moment to go outside and enjoy the beautiful views, get down to the river trail and see how we are envisioning the future of downtown and the riverfront. Again, congratulations to everyone for getting here today. This is truly incredible. Lastly, because Lionel Richie is right here, I do want to say that as someone who was born in the 80s, Dancing on the Ceiling is truly one of the greatest songs of our generation. So thank you for that. And with that, I'm going to introduce the chair of the Kent County Board of Commissioners, Mr. Ben Green.
Well, thank you, Tim. It's a real pleasure to be here. I'm going to try to be brief, keeping with Mr. Richie's lyrics. I do not believe it is me you are looking for tonight, so we'll try to keep things moving. I heard some talk about the Neil Diamond show at the opening of Van Andel. I was not there, but I do remember getting to go into that arena for the first time and see a team called the Grand Rapids Griffins as a child, and falling in love with that team and the sport of hockey. And I think about that venue and the great memories that we've all made there over the years, and the memories that we're going to make here inside these walls as well. So it's just a real privilege to be here. A lot's been said already, and I don't need to reiterate it, but I do want to again thank the Grand Action co-chairs, Dick and Carol and Tom, all the work that you guys have done. We're thrilled as the county to be partners in this project because we see it as another great example of those public-private partnerships that's going to help us drive tourism into our town, drive economic development even further, drive the long-term growth of the city. And we are just really excited about that. It's another regional asset that benefits not just the folks that live here in the city of Grand Rapids, not just the folks that live in the county of Kent, but all over West Michigan and the state of Michigan and beyond. You know, it occurred to me today, Mayor Lrand said it, we're the ones that get to sit here and, celebrate and cut the ribbon. But there's a name that wasn't mentioned tonight yet that I want to mention. It's former Chair Stan Steck and the work that he put in on this project. Thank you, Chair Emeritus. And of course, our partners at the City of Grand Rapids. And I want to thank my colleagues on the Board of Commissioners and just express our gratitude as a group for all of you and the work that you've done as well. It occurs to me too that we get to stand here today. I get to play a very small role in this process, and we get to stand on the shoulders of giants that help put us in this position as a community. People like DeVos and Van Andel and Canepa and Cook and Fry and Wegge and Secchia and Meyer, and the list goes on and on and on. And I think it's just a tremendous honor for me to play a very small role in that. And I just want to say thank you for those of you that are sitting in this building and those that came before us. So just express my great gratitude. Yeah, thank you. So I said I'd be brief, and I will. We have another one of those, he told me not to say anything special about him, but I'm going to say another one of those giants with us here today. And it's my great pleasure to introduce Tom Walsh, one of the co-chairs of Grand Action. Thank you.
All right, good afternoon. Everybody still awake? Yeah? Okay, good. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate that. Thank you to every speaker that has joined us today. That's quite an opening day lineup. What do you think? Yeah. The good news is I'm batting cleanup. So we are done after I'm finished. And what the memo I didn't get was that we're all supposed to have a Lionel Richie line from a song. So what I promised to do as the last speaker is not speak all night long. Anyway, okay. A lot has been, you like it? Yeah, good. I just came up with that literally. I was like, okay, what song can I think of here? A lot has been said about what it took to get here today. The vision, the partnerships, the years of work, and all of it's true. And all of it is well-deserved. I'll just add this. There were moments along the way when a project this ambitious stalled, could have shrunk, or come up against insurmountable roadblocks. It didn't. That says everything about this community. And in particular, and it's already been mentioned, but we need to mention this again. There are two people that we have to recognize here. The project could not have happened without Grand Action Executive Director Kara Wood. Kara, stand up. And Project Coordinator Archie. As Tim Kelly said, they are a small but potent team of two. And what they have accomplished is frankly remarkable. Their meticulous attention to detail, their relentless drive, and their commitment to seeing this project across the finish line have been outstanding. Kara and Archie, on behalf of everyone here today, and in particular on behalf of the co-chairs, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. While it's important to look back, we also need to think about what's going to happen moving forward. In just a few hours, the Lionel Richie takes the stage at the Acrisure Amphitheater, and this will be alongside the great outdoor venues in this country, if not the greatest right now. You and I and 12,000 other people in those seats will be part of something we will never forget. And then tomorrow, we'll celebrate the fact that this place belongs to everyone. The Acrisure Amphitheater grand opening community celebration tomorrow runs from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Free and open to all. 20 local and regional artists performing on 4 stages, food vendors, family activities, self-guided tours of this gorgeous venue, and closing the evening at 9:30 p.m., a community drone show presented by Meyer that I promise you will not want to miss. Grand Action 2.0, Kent County, and the city of Grand Rapids thought boldly, planned collegially, acted urgently, and today delivered something truly extraordinary for this city, this county, and this region. It is the community's nature to be creative, successful, and never finished. This is just the beginning. The Acrisure Amphitheater is open. It's yours. Thank you. Okay, so now I'd like to call the following individuals forward for the cutting of the ribbon. Dick DeVos, Carol Van Andel,
All right.
His hands are forgiven.
Okay. Oh, wait, I get to do the countdown, Dick. Red, wait. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay. Awesome. Good job. You're like, what? We'll see you tonight. How was